पैंडेमिक टाइम में हर दूसरा आदमी सेफ्टी को लेके बात करता है, प्रिवेंशंस को लेके बात करता है, प्रिकॉशंस को लेके बात करता है। हर आदमी आज कोरोना की वजह से, इस पैंडेमिक की वजह से इतना ज्यादा डर महसूस करता है कि कहीं वो घर से बाहर निकले तो तुरंत उसको कहीं इन्फेक्शन ना हो जाए या कुछ और इश्यू ना हो जाए। सो कहीं ना कहीं जो कोरोना को लेके जो लोगों में एक पैनिक क्रिएट हुआ है, उसके चलते लोगों में एक तो बहुत पॉजिटिव बात हुई है कि लोग प्रिवेंशंस को लेके और प्रिकॉशंस को लेके बात करने लगे हैं। हमारी भारतीय मानसिकता ये रहती है नॉर्मली, जब तक बीमारी ना हो उसके बारे में ज्यादा सोचते नहीं हैं लोग। लेकिन थैंक्स टू दिस सिचुएशन, वो कहते हैं ना हमेशा बुराई में भी अच्छाई देखनी चाहिए। तो इस पैंडेमिक के टाइम पे लोगों में अवेयरनेस बढ़ी है अपनी हेल्थ को लेके, और इस हेल्थ को बनाए रखने के लिए, इस हेल्थ को सिक्योर करने के लिए बहुत सारे जो हमारे मेडिकल फैसिलिटीज, तो नहीं बोलूंगी मैं उसको, चिकित्सा पद्धतियां हम बोलें, बहुत सारी थेरेपीज हैं जो कि एक ट्रेडिशनल मेडिकल थेरेपी से अलग हैं। आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट योगा, बिकॉज योगा को नॉर्मली एक एज लाइक हमारी बॉडी को एक स्ट्रेंथन करने के लिए, कि अपनी बॉडी को मजबूत बनाने के लिए एक एक्सरसाइज की जरूरत है। तो योगा को लेके पैंडेमिक टाइम में बहुत ज्यादा रुझान बढ़ा है। थेरेपीज अलग अलग, जैसा मैंने कहा, बहुत सारी थेरेपीज हैं, और ऑक्यूपेशनल मेडिकल थेरेपीज हैं, या जो एक चिकित्सा के जुड़े हुए अलग जो उनकी विधाएं हैं, उनको लेके लोगों में बहुत ज्यादा रुझान बढ़ा है। हमारी जो ट्रेडिशनल, हम हिंदुस्तानियों को की बात करें तो हमारी जो सबसे ट्रेडिशनल चिकित्सा पद्धति है वो है आयुर्वेद। और इस आयुर्वेद के बारे में वर्तमान समय में दुनिया भर में लोग बातें कर रहे हैं। इस समय ये जो डिटेल्स जो हम लोगों को अलग अलग जगह से मिलती हैं, वो आंकड़े हमें बताते हैं कि दुनिया भर में प्रिकॉशंस के नाम पे आयुर्वेद से जुड़ी हुई औषधियां, उपचार जैसे काढ़े बहुत ज्यादा इस्तेमाल हो रहे हैं। हमारा आज का मुद्दा भी यही है। हमारा आज का जो ये लाइव सेशन, हम एक बार आपके साथ दोबारा से जैविक वेलनेस की तरफ से जुड़े हैं। तो हम आज के इस प्रोग्राम में आयुर्वेदा के बारे में ही बात करने वाले हैं। सबसे पहले मैं वेलकम करूंगी अपनी गेस्ट नंदिता का, जो कि हमारी रेगुलर गेस्ट हैं, जैविक वेलनेस की सीईओ हैं, एक बहुत नोन पर्सनालिटी हैं, लाइफ एंथुजियास्ट हैं, और साथ ही अलग अलग क्षेत्रों में दुनिया भर में अपनी उपलब्धियां जो हैं वो लोगों को दिखा चुकी हैं। वेलकम नंदिता।
Hi, welcome. Thank you so much, Supriya. Thanks a lot for having me. And I was hearing you speak, you so beautifully said and narrated my experience and emotions. Like last, I think 1.5, or rather it's now 2.5 years, वर्ल्ड वाइड जो लोगों का लाइफस्टाइल चेंजेस हैं और जो प्रिवेंटिव थेरेपीज का सबने स्टार्ट किया है यूज करना, ऑल दोज आर इंस्पायर्ड बाय, लेट इट बी यूजिंग turmeric or having a heavy dose of ginger, making all these decoctions, which is also called kadha. And luckily in India, even government supported this a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
And believe me, I feel myself a very, very blessed person, because Ayurveda has been my way of life. It's not that I say that allopathy or Ayurveda, because there has been a lots of tussle in between. I don't go with that. But these both are different way to achieve the same result. And rather, in my way, in allopathy, as most of us are aware, we treat the symptom. And Ayurveda being coming with a rich heritage and rich culture, and it has almost 5,000 years of inputs in it. So it goes to the root cause and it treats the cause. So it's not about just curing your symptom, it's about making sure that there is no disease in the body. And yes, so when it's always symptoms are more vocal and prominent, so we can heal it and kill it. And many times killing and destruction it takes away lots of energy and it leaves lots of residual, which happens with many other medicine methodologies. But because Ayurveda, it's a very holistic approach. It slowly ease out our system and makes it stronger. So There is creation and no destruction. And creation means building ourselves strongly. So yes, I'm so looking forward for it, because all said and done, lockdown is opening up and people have started going out again. You know, after that being puzzled and being prisoned in the house. So sometimes it's like, let me go out, let me try this. So we really need some guidance to take it ahead. Thank you so much for this beautiful session.
I hope it will be, Nandita. And yes, as हमारे जो regular viewers हैं वो भी जानते हैं कि जैविक wellness की तरफ से every week हम आते हैं, आपसे मिलते हैं, and we try कि हम ऐसे topics पर आपके साथ अपनी information share करें जो आपके लिए काफी beneficial हो. हमारा आज का जो topic है आयुर्वेदिक ways of prevention, precaution and पोस्ट कोविड केयर. डेफिनेटली हम लोगों ने इस बार वापस से एक कोविड से रिलेटेड ही हमने एक टॉपिक लिया है, लेकिन इस टॉपिक पर हमारी जो क्वेरीज हैं, ना सिर्फ मेरी, आपकी भी क्वेरीज को शांत करने के लिए एक पैनल, डॉक्टर का पैनल हमने इनवाइट किया है. एक कन्वर्सेशन में स्टार्ट करूं, मैं दोबारा से एक बार अपने गेस्ट का एक बार इंट्रोडक्शन अपने जो हमारे व्यूअर्स हैं उनको देना चाहूंगी. हमारे साथ हैं डॉक्टर शिव प्रसाद हुडेडा, जो कि एचओडी है द्रव्य गुना डिपार्टमेंट के जेएसएस हॉस्पिटल मैसूर में, और साथ ही ये प्रोफेसर हैं. इनके साथ में हमारे साथ आज जुड़ी हैं डॉक्टर वीना, जो कि असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर हैं, और साथ में काया चिकित्सा की एचओडी हैं. वेलकम बोथ ऑफ यू एंड थैंक यू सो मच मैम एंड सर कि आपने बहुत एक अच्छे टॉपिक को लेके हमारे व्यूअर्स के साथ अपनी जानकारियां साझा करने का मौका हमें दिया. Yeah. So we will start our session. Nandita, you.
Am I audible, madam?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Audible.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Sir, earlier we were talking, हम लोग बात कर रहे थे अभी कि कोरोना, ये जो पैंडेमिक का टाइम रहा है, लोग बहुत ज्यादा आयुर्वेद की तरफ आकर्षित हुए हैं. There are so many people, गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से तो जो प्रयास रहे हैं वो रहे ही हैं, काढ़े को लेकर या बहुत सारी औषधियां हैं जिनको लेकर लोगों ने जिनको अपनाया है, अपने रूटीन में अपनाया है. Yeah. So sir, as our topic for today's live session is Ayurvedic ways of prevention, precaution and post-COVID care. तो सबसे पहले हम शुरुआत सबसे पहली चीजों से ही करेंगे कि आयुर्वेद के अनुसार जो कोविड को लेके प्रिवेंशंस और प्रिकॉशंस हैं, बचाव कैसे किया जाए, हम बचाव में आयुर्वेद हमारी किस तरह से मदद कर सकता है, उसके बारे में अगर आप थोड़ी हमको इन्फॉर्मेशन देंगे तो अच्छा रहेगा.
Namaste.
Namaste, sir.
Anyway, lastly, we are able to connect each other.
Yes.
Because of this technical error and the bad signals, we were not able to connect you as we scheduled. So before going to the topic, I wanted to say about the corona or COVID-19, right? So since almost 2 years it is, November 24th, it was first identified in China, 2019, right? So 1.5 years over. This disease itself is very new to the mankind. There was no such references about this particular disease. Earlier, we thought of that this disease is only related to the respiratory system. Later on, we came to know that not only the respiratory system, even it is associated with neuromuscular, associated with GIT, next associated with kidney, liver. Day before yesterday, I read one article that the post-COVID patient had severe bleeding per rectum and died because of the blood loss. Okay. Right. Before that, even we were able to see some of the changes with respect to the coagulation factors. See, if at all, if we ask, is there any references related to this COVID in Ayurveda? I say no. Definitely, there is no reference about this disease. Because diseases are since the mankind, there is the evolution. When we born, we start with crying only. we start our journey with crying, and the pain will be always associated till the death. So, see how many diseases mentioned in Charaka, how many diseases mentioned in Sushruta? If you ask me, the disease numbers increased from Charaka to the recent Bhava Prakasha. And some of the diseases related to the venereal diseases are mentioned in 15th century. So the number of diseases increased. That means the newer diseases started coming as the age progresses. In the same way, in the same sequence, we have, like in 1920, we have the flu. Then again, about 5-10 years back, we came across with Ebola, and we came across with the bird flu. Now it is the corona. Those two diseases didn't cause that much of havoc, or they didn't make that pandemic situation. But this particular disease, and some of the research articles have mentioned that it is a genetically engineered virus which is responsible for this disease. Right. The symptoms earlier was only the fever, headache, right, and sneezing or rhinitis, we can say, body ache. When we see the patient clinically, the patients used to come with the history of only severe low back ache, back pain, severe back pain for 2 days. Even after many medications, there's a subside. Then we asked them to RT-PCR, they found positive. Some patients develop only severe headache. Some patients come with joint pains. Some patients came only with the diarrhea. So it is not characterized by a set of simple.
I guess there is some network issue.
Yeah, so I think.
Yeah, he's saying absolutely.
See, this was what he started speaking. It was so eye-opening for all of us, because I have been reading so many these forwards which talk about that, it has been said in this scripture, it has been said in that scripture, and Ayurveda has been already having all those things. So doctor is back with us. So
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay. Right.
So please
so day
adjust
by
your
day,
camera,
the symptoms also changed.
Sir, camera you have to turn.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, now it is absolutely fine, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So the day by day, we were seeing the newer signs and symptoms in this disease. So the doctors, hello, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Doctors were trying to identify and resolve the situation with a lot many medications. You can see that the list of medicine goes from WHO, and they approve first HCQS.
So I think still there is some network issue.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
voice is not coming clearly. So we will wait. So
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, we can hear you now. Hello. So doctor is joining us back, and we all can see how disruption in the smooth flow of the connectivity can create problem. And same thing happens with our body with problems like COVID. Doctor is back with us. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, madam. Next is ezetimibe, rosnilimab. Right. Everything we tried. Finally, we found out one truth, that is oxygen. The oxygen was the life-saving drug. It was not actually the gas. It was drug. It has become a drug. And you might have seen that the big news about this oxygen supply. Right. And on the other hand, the few patients who they are positive also, even they have some symptoms and signs severe, but I have seen a patient whose lung damage was about 18/25, means it is almost 70%. And even he didn't take any medicine except some kashayas which they prepare in their house. And he revived without oxygen, without any medication, right? By looking at all these dimensional aspects of the disease. Madam, can I hear you? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're audible.
Yes,
We can
properly.
hear you, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
This is by seeing all these examples, and have seen a lot of research papers, and upon going through all these informations, I found that this disease have many phases, and some people are trying from that end, some are trying from this end, right? See, this is about the scenario. Now, actually, we are talking about first wave, second wave, next we are expecting third wave. It is not a good sign, actually, right? This is lockdown. I'm hearing. Please admit Dr. Madhusudan. Yeah, madam, please admit Dr. Madhusudan.
Sure.
Please, yeah, because we are trying with some other system also.
Sure, sure, sir.
Yeah, just a minute.
So we can see doctor is back, and how with this new fight of technology also, which has started because of corona, there's so many changes in our life, and now I think doctor is finally able to recover all those things. And yes, doctor, you can please continue with the whole thing.
See, this is what I wanted to tell you. Like, see, after seeing all these changes, this disease itself is very difficult to understand. So now I go back to the Ayurveda, right? What actually it is, whether it is there any information about this disease? Definitely, the classics has clearly what is divided in separate sections. The first one is Sutrasthana, second one is Sharirasthana, Nidanasthana, Indriyasthana, Vimanasthana, Chikitsasthana, Kalpasthana, right? And last one is the Siddhisthana. Like, means they have clearly demarcated these texts. The Sutrasthana means it is the information about how to lead your life. Their first chapter itself is the second chapter. There they're mentioning about the Dinacharya. Dinacharya means how to start the day and how to end the day. In these, that is start and end, the Brahmi Muhurte Uttishte Swastu Rakshartam Aishaha, that is in Brahmi Muhurta, somewhere between 4 to 4:30, you have to get up and you do all other duties, Vyayama, Abhyanga, etc. Then even after that, so when you have to go to the work, and how your dresses should be, how to wear the dress, and according to the functions, according to the situation where you are going. If you are going in front of Raja, that is king, you just wear only Shubhra Shveta Vastra, that is only white dresses. It should not be marked like that. So these are all the informations they have mentioned. After that, there is one chapter that is Swastarutta and Sadarutta. In there, they have mentioned about how to maintain the health, how to preserve the health, right? After which, that is like they have mentioned clearly, Abhyanga, that is massage every day, Vyayama, how much Vyayama to be done, and who has to done, who has not to do the Vyayama. If I am suffering with fever, the Vyayama is not indicated. You have to take rest. They have clearly mentioned. And the Vyayama, how many hours you have to do? Ardha Shakti Taha means the Vyayama has to be done. The Lalata Sveda, when you get to sweat over your forehead and axilla, stop your exercises. That is your half energy, right? Only that much you have to do. See, this kind of informations are clearly mentioned. Next, I come to you about the
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is contagious diseases. Contagious diseases, there is a mentioning of like Gatra Samsargat, Anusangat, Sahashayanat, Sahashayat, Sahabhojanat means we should not eat together in single plate. That is Sahabhojanat, not in a pankti. That is not in one row. It is in one plate. If you eat together, it is not indicated. It is contrary. Sahashayat. See, I am some that is the sleeping with some unknown person. No, it is not. Vastradharanat, the person one who has worn the dress, you should not use that dress. These are all very simple informations, but it gives you a very so strong signals about this contagious disease. So if I am suffering from fungal diseases, if at all, if somebody wear my clothes, he is prone for fungal diseases. Right? Sahabhojanat. If I am a tubercular patient, if you are sitting with me and if you are having food with me, you are have high possibilities of getting the disease. See, this is about the contagious disease. In the same way, after the elaborate explanation about this thing, he has mentioned about Janapadodvamsa. Janapadodvamsa is nothing but the epidemic diseases, cholera, plague, malaria. Those days, the patients were suffering a lot. Maybe we are all actually, the generations have not seen the plague. My fathers and my the older parents used to say, when the plague was there, I lost my brother, I lost my mother, I lost so many offspring, right? So many things. And they used to vacate the whole village and used to go to the riverbed and they used to stay there till the disease got over. Again, they were coming back. So this was the epidemic status. Now we are in that stage. We are exactly facing that stage. The government is, see, if you ask me to vacate Mysore, highly impossible. If you ask me to vacate whole Bangalore, it is highly impossible. Even small town, it is not possible nowadays. Because of the population, we cannot give the facilities to them, because now we are adapted to these mobile phones and everything. If you ask me to vacate, I won't definitely. Right? That is how this lockdown has started. Lockdown is nothing but the avoiding you peoples to stay together and meet together so that you can break the chain. So this was the information mentioned in Ayurveda about this epidemic diseases. If the same thing is happened worldwide, then we can call it as pandemic. That's what. Now, this is the information what basically we have. And so, when you come to the disease itself, whether there is a definition, whether there is a information about this particular disease, if you ask me, before itself, I told you, no, highly it is not possible. There is no mentioning. The diseases increasing day by day. Newer and newer diseases are actually adding up to the books. When I was the student, I was not aware about the HIV positive. That was the very new disease when I was a student. We used to see very strange, as a strange person, the positive patients. Hey, he is HIV patient, he is HIV patient. Now nobody cares about that. Now it has become old. HBsAg, yes, that was the new, and we started giving vaccination. Now it is out of date. So the new disease has come. We are vaccinating. After the vaccination got over, then again this becomes a textual disease. Next, how to prevent this? How to prevent this? There is a prevention. They have mentioned in Ayurveda that Shuchir Bhuto, every day take bath. If you go outside after coming from your work, before entering the house, they used to keep the water pot outside the gate. You have to wash your hands, wash your foots, then you come back. That was not in the classics alone. That was a practice. That was a practice. But now the trend has changed. We are going with footwears up to the kitchen.
Yes.
I think
yes.
So right. True. So
yeah,
true.
This is happening. And we are thinking that it is civilized. It is not civilization. It is modernization. Civilization is by keeping the health and by keeping the safety in mind, we do all these things. Civilization, Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, there is a mentioning of drainage system, that is civilization. All right. This is actually the modernization. In the wake of modernization, actually we are violating all these civilized policies, right? The thing is, as soon as you enter the house, keep your clothes outside, wash thoroughly. If it is if you feel that I am contaminated much, you take bath. It is simple, so that you can prevent at least 50% of the diseases. See, even forget about this, what is the COVID-19, even the hepatitis, simple hepatitis is also a disease caused by some viruses, right? HIV, AG, HBAC, B, etc., right? That is because of this kind of contaminations. You can prevent it, definitely. You just think, your grandmas, madam, they used to carry a water can wherever they go, right? And they used to drink their own water. They were not taking outside, but now we are carrying at least bottles with us, right? So this kind of prevention we have to see. Wearing the mask, maintaining the distance. I have seen since 2 months in Mysore alone, there was a the Mysore DC has given the order to buy only between morning 6 to 10 o'clock. I was really astonished to see the publics. They were buying very madly without maintaining social distancing, mask, everything they forgotten, right? And how can you control? It is not possible. So this is one. Shuchi is the cleanliness, right? That is, as soon as you enter your house, wash thoroughly and go to kitchen, right? Unless you are not clean, you don't go to the kitchen, because kitchen is the main hub, which is the source for nourishment, which is the source for even diseases. If you don't wash your vegetables properly, that is a cause. If you use the 2 days old frozen food, it is also a source, right? So this is how we can prevent. See, I think you might have seen the report that in the first wave, 1,800 doctors died all over India. In the second wave, 780 doctors died. Don't you think that they were not hygiene? They were not maintaining anything? Yes, definitely they were maintaining, but still they died. Why? That is a big question mark. The question is here about the immunity. About the immunity. That is, there is a mentioning about how to maintain the health in Brahmi Murte Utteshte Swastha Rakshatum Aisha. That is, you have to get up by 4:30 and you start doing all your regular activities. Go to bed by 7:38.
Yes, sir. I actually remember when I was a child, and I remember like going to, whenever we used to go to our grandparents' house. So you were not supposed to enter, like my grandmother was the only one who used to cook. And to enter the kitchen, you have to take a bath, and only after bath you can go to the kitchen. So that was a rule. And I come from so we used to follow, because I come from a Brahmin family and they were quite,
very particular about the rules and all the things. Yeah, kitchen rules, and like morning you have to wake up early, as you said, Brahm Muhurta, and all the things that we have to follow. And I guess somewhere for आज के समय में बहुत ज्यादा important हो गया है इन चीजों को, रूल्स, जैसे आपने बोला, civilization is a different thing and modernization is a different thing.
Very beautifully said.
Modernization सीधे सीधे हमारे लाइफस्टाइल को के ऊपर असर डाल रही है. As you said कि आधी से ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम्स जो कहीं ना कहीं, जो भी आपने मेंशन भी किया है, बहुत सारी चीजें हमारी लाइफस्टाइल की वजह से जनरेट हो रही हैं. तो इश्यूज, या खाने पीने की इश्यूज, जैसा आपने बोला है कि किचन, ओके, एंड देन जब भी आप घर से बाहर आ रहे हो, प्रिकॉशंस को लेके हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, हमारी वो पुरानी सभ्यता है कि जब भी आप घर में एंटर कर रहे हो, फर्स्ट यू हैव टू वॉश योर हैंड्स एंड लेग, देन ओनली यू कैन एंटर. बाहर एक बाल्टी या कुछ एक पहले, इधर इंडिया में आप कहीं भी किसी कोने में चले जाएं, दिस वाज अ रूल. आई गेस हर कोई व्यक्ति इस चीज को फॉलो करता था. बट नाउ थिंग्स आर डिफरेंट. एज यू सेड, चप्पल लेके किचन में भी जा रहे हैं, घर में भी जा रहे हैं. सर, बहुत सारी चीजें इम्यूनाइजेशन के ऊपर अभी आपने बता रहे हैं कि किस तरह से इम्यूनाइजेशन को स्ट्रॉन्ग किया जा सकता है. प्लीज आप Continue कीजिए sir.
So sorry, we were so excited listening to it, and it was like when you were talking, and whole my memories from childhood was coming to my mind, and I was remembering. Yes, that was the reason. It was always, you know, every
used to
child,
follow, yeah.
always, so it
We
was
miss
so nice.
so many things.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
and I just spoke about Shuchita. Like I basically follow the quite similar kind of lifestyle, at least from last few years, because I was very impressed with my grandmother and the way, and the way beautifully you said, you know, like our lifestyle, I think that's the key, and that's the whole thing about immunity. It's so interesting, sir. Please, you know, enlighten
Yes,
us
sir.
about immunity.
Immunity. Yes.
Sorry for disturbing in between.
Yeah, it's okay. And it's not disturbance. Actually, you are apprising me and you are boosting me to speak some more thing. Okay.
And we are asking also to understand and the feel that how important what you are saying to us, you know, all our
If
viewers.
you go only with the shlokas and the references in Ayurveda, it's not going to help you. So I have to tell you something which is very practical in what we are actually doing now, right? And the second part is the it is about ahara viharas. That is, we are knowing that what kind of food we have to use. See, if you say me, what is the food we have to take? I say very simple answer. You follow what your grandparents were eating.
Always.
Simple answer.
So,
That is, your grandfather was eating the jawar, ragi, rice, right? They were not using much godi, right? They were using barley instead, right? They were using lot of vegetables. They were not using apple actually or orange. They were using the locally available vegetables and fruits.
true.
Fruit is pear, or if the fruit is only the what is carica papaya, that is papaya, use that. Why you go behind dragon fruit? Why you were going behind?
Exactly.
And seasonal, it used to be all seasonal fruits before, you know, not like now that all fruits are
Everyone is having mango in all the season, and all the fruits. Like seasonal orange in all the seasons, mango in all the seasons.
Yeah, it is available. See, that is nothing but the genetically engineered fruits. So if you have that, definitely it will be having a lot of implications on your health. We may not feel that on the day, or we may not feel that immediately. The effect is long time. The incidence of diseases like cancer, etc. Actually, I hope I'm not deviating.
No, sir, it's not deviation. It's about immunity. So everything is a whole approach.
Right.
So yes,
Say something about immunity. I need all this. That's why I'm telling you.
and please, sir, please.
Right. So the thing is, eat whatever the available food, fruits, food grains at your locality. I am born, brought up in Karnataka. This is the food culture. Just I have to follow that. Once in a month or twice in a month, you can, if you want to eat, if you go outside, have something for fun, that's fine. But every day, if I do that habits, it's not fine, because it is not suitable to me. That is called as sadhya. Sadhya means from the birth, or from my, what is the parents, right? That is the inherited qualities. The lions are known for their food habits. That is, they're non-vegetarians only. We are all herbivorous, right? They're non-vegetarians because their race passed through that. Yes, if I am a Muslim, my race, that is inheritance, the genes are actually the engineered for such particular food habits. My teeth are not modified. My teeth are not suitable for non-vegetarian foods. My jaw is not actually suitable for non-vegetarian food. You just see the peoples, whenever you walk around, you just see, you can immediately say that he is non-vegetarian, he is vegetarian, just by looking at their jaw. See, we are actually deviating here. We are habits, food habits, culture, we are deviating. These are actually the main source for these kind of diseases, right? The second one is there any mentioning about the immunity or immunomodulation, immunostimulation, immunosuppression in Ayurveda? Yes, definitely there is a mentioning about that. That we call it as ojas. Ojas. Ojas is nothing but the essence of all the dhatus. Dhatus means our tissues, right? If your all the tissues are nourished well and your immune system is at its right place, you can prevent any kind of diseases. You might have seen the doctors who are working in the OPD and they are encountering lot of infectious diseases, but still they are not getting it because they are immune to that. It is disease specific. That is Vyadhi Pratyanika Rasayana, which is mentioned even in Ayurveda. Vyadhi Pratyanika Rasayana. Rasayanas in general, if you want to keep your body healthy, take very good food. There is mentioning about Naimittika Rasayana and Nitya Rasayana, like milk is Nitya Rasayana. Have 200 ml of milk every day at bedtime, it's fine. Even ghee. Take ghee along with your food. Don't
So
bother.
I sorry to interrupt. I also want to ask golden milk, aajkal golden latte and golden haldi wala doodh, turmeric milk. And again, it is so much in fashion nowadays. And as you are telling ki every day हमारे रोज के routine में milk आना चाहिए. So simple milk or haldi wala doodh.
Yeah, I tell you. So simple milk is enough actually.
Okay.
It is Satmya and it is for Ojovardhana. That is for to improve your Vedic Shamatva. The golden milk is, it is specially designed for this particular situation.
Okay.
Because this pandemic, the main cause for death is coagulation. After getting the infection, the cytokine storm will be more. And because of that, there will be inflammatory changes. To pacify those inflammatories, the haldi is adding to your milk so that it subsides the inflammation.
Okay.
When it subsides the inflammation, the cytokine storm will be suppressed. In order to prevent that cytokine storming, haldi milk is given.
Sir, I have one question. So as what I have heard that even from cancer to everything, every disease in our body happens because of inflammation. So is it adding turmeric, does that reduce the inflammation as you said just now?
Right question, madam. Because even if I got injury, immediately after injury, that you can see some swelling. That swelling is nothing but inflammation.
Inflammation.
This is simple understanding. Here in this disease, what happens? All over the body, there is an inflammation. The cytokinins, interleukins release will be more compared to other diseases. You might have now know about the CRP values, right? I think you might be knowing about this disease like CRP,
yes,
and the LDH, ferritin,
yes,
some of the biomarkers,
yes,
which we were using for assessing the disease. Right here in this condition, the CRP goes more than 80, 90, right? And D-dimer should be within 500. It goes more than 1,200, 1,400. These are all inflammatory markers. This much of inflammatory markers only we see in cancers or in some other autoimmune disorders. But here this is infection. This is a severe infection. That's why this haldi milk is added. That is golden milk, madam. And of course,
one more thing. Yeah. Sir, actually, people are putting ginger also. See, normally, what they are serving when they are serving golden latte or haldi wala doodh, so they use ginger also in this milk. Is it okay? Because again,
yeah, one more thing, just I wanted to tell you.
Yeah.
This WhatsApp University and Facebook University.
Exactly.
And immature, amateur doctors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have created all these things. I'm not telling that ginger is bad. Ginger is good only. But if you ask me whether it is having any good thing or any influencing thing in this disease, I say no. Ginger is not at all helpful for this particular disease. Haldi, it is right. It is good only. Right. This is how you can improve the immunity. And you have seen that golden milk. And what simple thing is, you might have seen this guduchi, that is Amrutaballi, Tinospora cardifolia. And some of the thing is
in Hindi, it's called mulethi, I guess.
Mulethi. No, not mulethi.
Giloy.
Giloy.
Amritpalli is
Okay.
Giloy.
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 Okay.
Amritpalli is Giloy.
Muleti is Esti Madhu.
Yashti Madhu, that
Glacier
is
is a
also
Esti
glabra.
Madhu, or licorice in English, so we call it
Licorice.
licorice in
That
English.
is also
Yeah.
one of the
Madhu,
beautiful
that's
herb, specially indicated in this disease.
Okay.
Third one is pepper. Pepper means long pepper. Piper longum it is. That is also good in this particular disease.
That's called
Because
pipli in Hindi. In Hindi,
Pipli,
like
pipli.
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 Yeah.
Right. That one. And the fourth one is our Piper nigrum even. That is black pepper.
Black.
Okay. Kali Mirch.
Brown kali mirch. These four are the best drugs and which definitely helps in preventing the diseases. But even I also have seen on the Facebook and WhatsApp a list of kashayas. Morning one kashaya, afternoon one kashaya, night one kashaya. The lemon juice, add lemon juice, have it. Add lemon juice, have it. Steam, so many things. Were they prevented from the disease after using all those things? No. No.
Even I've heard some people have developed, acid reflexes because of that extra dose.
Yeah,
of
because of
Extra dose of this
Kadhas
pepper.
and all the things. Yeah.
Okay, sir,
See,
I
there
have
is-
one personal question, which is, I'm so sorry. Is it okay, which I keep asking myself, as we are talking about milk, is it okay to add honey to milk? Nothing to do with COVID, but out of curiosity, is it okay to add or no?
You can have as a sugar, as a sweetener.
It can be added to milk or it can't be added to milk.
Yeah, you can add, madam, no issue. You can add.
Okay.
But if you ask me what is the action, then it requires time to tell about
No,
the
no, I can
synergistic
understand.
action.
I just wanted to check.
Synergistic.
Because,
The only thing is you can have.
So some
Right.
people were asking, and I saw somewhere, we were having a thing that few people say that you can have honey and milk together, and there was another thought of a school of thought. So it was, I thought, because you are here, so we can clarify people, our viewers, they should know that if they can, what is a do and don't. And you have so beautifully told about what is needed and what is not needed. So I just thought, let me ask and clarify this thing also with you. Okay, so
One thing, and the prevention
sir.
aspect I am telling you now. Right, in this prevention, as I already told you, that aharas and viharas, you just eat what your elders or your parents were eating. Forget about this pizza, burger, etc., etc. Bread is not our food actually. Bread is for patients actually. When we were the kids, they used to carry a pack of bread if they want to visit one of the patient. Now every house is having the bread or buns as a breakfast.
Bread and buns are, I guess, like
Bread and
breakfast
Maggi.
is more like breakfast आपका bread and buns इन्हीं से चलता है आजकल normal एक Indian family में.
I have read somewhere a very beautiful quote. It was like, you have to see how, like if you're keeping a food outside the fridge, how long it stays without getting spoiled. The longer it stays, the worse it is for your body. So you have to eat the food which gets spoiled. The sooner it gets spoiled, the better it is for you. It means that is you will eat fresh, and that is in in accordance with our body system.
Yes. See, the thing is, when it comes to the shelf life of the food, see, if you prepare roti, if you come down to the North Karnataka or the Maharashtra, they prepare rotis. You can keep for 24 hours to 48 hours.
Yes.
If it is rice, 8 hours. If it is chutneys, if it is dry with less water, you can preserve for many days. Like according to our feasibilities, according to our the necessity, we can cook and we can preserve also. And if I ask you to do or cook in the mud pots and all, it becomes foolishness, because you all are working peoples. You don't have much time. So within that, what is feasible, that you have to do. Right. If I ask you to do only in the medium flame or low flame cooking, that's not correct, because it takes a lot of time. You will be having very less time. Within that, you have to cook very early, and that to be healthy also. So the simple thing is, you prepare whatever the feasible with all veggies, the fresh vegetables, wash it thoroughly. There is a special indication in Vagbata, that is Ashtanga Sangraha, whatever the vegetable available, wash it, cook it, and use. You have to use after cooking, that is after boiling, right? We are using green salad without cooking, right? We are using carrot without boiling. It is not correct.
Okay, so it's during
Misconception.
Corona time, should we have to avoid salad, proper green salad? हमें क्योंकि because boil नहीं है या हम उस तरह से नहीं होता, green salad avoid करना चाहिए.
Boiled will be good.
Boiled vegetables.
Boiled vegetables will be good.
Boiled
Okay,
vegetables.
only
are
boiled.
good.
Okay.
These are the few things.
Yeah. Maybe so please continue. And then I'll ask next one.
See, mask, when it comes to the wearing the mask, now we both are not wearing.
Yeah, actually, I really want
Because
to ask ma'am.
we know
because-
each other that she is negative, me also negative. Because
And
Right,
being
with
in the
that
hospital
confidence.
and sitting there, so that's true.
Yeah.
So
with that confidence. And
Yeah.
apart from this, we also got positive. She also got positive. We took 2
Okay.
jobs, and she also has taken 2
I'm
jobs.
not positive.
And she's
No.
so now we are vaccinated. With that confidence, I'm sitting here. Right.
Okay. Uh,
Wearing a mask is again, they'll be wearing the mask for how many hours? After 3 hours, 4 hours, you remove it and wash it, or you throw it. You have to use a new mask. But I have seen a people using the same mask for months
Months
together
together. Yeah.
without washing even. Right. This is more contaminous and more
Yeah.
contagious than not wearing the mask.
So I was reading somewhere today because if we talk about kids or बड़े लोगों के बारे में भी बात करते हैं, people when usually they are wearing mask and sometimes in between if they are working somewhere mask निकाल के गले पर आ जाता है. So
गले
इसका
पर.
जो yeah yes I'm like that. But you are in right now you are in a particular area, you are not in market. So when you are in market and you are going somewhere like mask is in on your neck or you are holding your mask in your hand, so it means the outer layer उसका जो infection है वो बहुत ज़्यादा आपको infected कर सकता है. Is it true, ma'am? आपसे जानना चाहूँगी.
Actually, wearing mask, no, even I have a lot of these things like, no, exactly if we are following the rules and regulations, it is good. Because
Okay.
once we wear the mask, as sir was telling, if it is a cotton mask or a mask prepared by any cloth, no, that is, we are washing it, we are using it daily, that is okay. But the mask, what we are using is the same type of mask when people are using, but continuously they are using without washing it. They will come hang somewhere in the home and then again they will take it.
Without
Or even when
sanitizing
they,
and
yeah. Or even when they work, no, they take it and they keep it somewhere here and again while going they will take it. So this is actually, no, it carries lot of infection, rather, no, prevention. So it carries infection. So that's why, no, using mask, it's to follow the rules and regulations is very, very important.
I also
Otherwise,
want to
yeah.
ask one more thing, ma'am. Normally, what we are hearing when we are wearing mask, so the outer layer, because mask should be fit on our face.
Yeah,
तो
yeah.
स्किन डिजीजेस कई काफी लोगों में ये पोर्शन पे स्किन डिजीज और कुछ तरह के इश्यूज स्किन रिलेटेड वो बहुत ज्यादा आ रहे हैं. Is it true?
Sometimes what happen, naturally we are missing out the sunlight, right? Because
Yeah.
only these portions we are getting, and this is little vulnerable to them because previously we were not used to like that. Equally, we were getting the sunlight. So now
Yeah.
what happens for some people, those who are maybe susceptible for some skin diseases, maybe we tell in our Ayurveda like Pitta Prakriti persons, etc. No, like those will be having some, or even they will be more prone to the sun allergy, sunlight allergy will be there, photophobia or photodermatitis will be there. In such people only sometimes this will happen, or otherwise it may be the infection carried throughout when they take out, no. So that is also maybe a reason. And continuously some people will be having bad smell from the mouth, and continuously when they wear it and their oral hygiene is not good, that also may be a predisposing cause for that. So in that condition, no, one thing, the hygienic use of the mask is very, very important. Or maybe if they are allergic to the other the nylon or other type of mask or N95, no, so they can just go for a very smooth or the cotton mask. So that is more important because now many type of mask only fashion of masks according to the dress, according to the
Yeah.
thing. And like no, now it has become again modernized now. It is not for the COVID purpose we are not using like. So such things is there. We have to understand what is the underlying pathology behind it or the reason behind it. So by understanding, we can change accordingly. But using mask whenever we are outside, that is compulsory. Whenever we are in a group or public, no, that is compulsory. We have to wear.
Very, very nice thing. So, Dr. Veena, I would like to ask you one more question. As I'm aware, like in your institute and hospital, you have like post COVID care also. You know, you also have kit and you are providing them. You know, once someone has already have win over the COVID, I rather than saying survivor, I call them winners, because you know when you survive, you are in a very weak position. And as words has power, when you see winner, you have defeated a disease. So what is the kind of treatment people can go with the Ayurveda? How we can bring in that longevity, that vitality, that you know strength and stamina back to body after fighting and defeating COVID?
So a very good question and relevant also.
We can't hear
Yeah.
you. Yeah, we can hear.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's a very, very relevant question for today's, because as the pandemic goes beyond, like now we are entering into the second year, and we see that people after recovery, you know, they are coming with the post-COVID symptoms. Maybe and the first and foremost symptom they tell that is the fatigue. So fatigue means, so in that, that is not only almost 90% of the people, they are telling about this complaint. And along with that, they will be having sometimes cough, sometimes breathlessness, sometimes headache or a nasal blockage. All these things will be happening to the patient. So what happens? So our treatment will be according to the prevailing symptom, one thing. And in general, what we do is, so generally now the studies or the researchers or the surveys, they are now giving us the data that most of the people after the COVID, so they are prevailing with the symptoms even more than 3 months to 6 months. So that is the data we are getting now.
Long COVID.
Yeah. That's why we call this a long COVID or
Yeah.
post-acute COVID symptoms, like that they are telling now. So now that is the newer scenario coming now. The thing is, no, so when they are telling that the organism is there still in our body, maybe sometimes 3 months or even 6 months. And moreover, one more thing, during this COVID also, whenever the patient are with COVID, so they are getting a lot of medications. Maybe it is anti-inflammatory, antibiotics, and even the steroid therapy. So all these put together their body into a very weak situation. And so that once again, their body is, the immunity is still going low and low. So in this condition, even after coming out of the COVID, still the organism is there, and the kind of medicine what they were taking, everything together, no, so the toxicity in the body will be increasing. So what is our first aim in post-COVID is give a mild purgative therapy. So that is with the medication. So what we wanted to do is eliminate the doshas, we call it as, that is eliminate the toxins out of the body. Maybe it is in the form of a organisms toxins, when the the immunity fight, means the organism with the fight of our immunity, there will be actually the release of many chemicals will be there. So that may be a toxin for our body. And the other thing is maybe the whatever the level of the tissues damaged. So that also will be having. So what we do is the taking out of the toxins from the body. That is the more important thing. So wherein once we clear this toxins out of the body, the body channels will become more clear. So when the channels are becoming more and more clear, our circulation will improve. And with it, what will happen means we are making our body more alkaline. So when I tell that is alkaline unity of the body, so we know the acidic nature of the body and alkaline nature of the body, wherein we always, our body should be always, we have to maintain the alkalinity. So how we can maintain the alkalinity means, so whenever we tell, because sir was telling about all the things, whatever our previous food habits and other things, whatever we are receiving from the earth, that is everything is, or the products what we are receiving from the earth, everything is alkaline. So we should go back to the earth. We should go back to the earth, and then we have to take the alkalinity. And the stress and strain what you are getting, everything will keep our body into the acidic nature. So that's why we have to, by doing this small Mrudu Virechana, what we call it as, or the elimination of therapy or the purgative therapy, we are making our body alkaline. So once our body is alkaline, we will be more oxygenated. And whenever the body oxygenation is very good, no organism or even the cancer cell also cannot thrive in the alkaline body. That is the basic thing. So that is our first aim is a Mrudu Virechana for about 2 to 3 days. It is not a drastic Virechana like or a purgation. And later we will be going for the other therapies like maybe a body massage. So which is always good, which will be relaxing to our mind and body. And something like a medicated decoction pouring over the body after the massage. That is also much soothing, and even people will be having sometimes the swelling over the body or even the lower limbs, etc. So with the decoction type of this one, no? So we will have there is a reduction of the edema in the body and circulation will be improved. And the other thing is a Shirodhara, because we know out of the COVID, this pandemic, what happens? More than the physical strain, mental strain is more. And because of the fear, because of the anxiety, because of the stress, and people, they are losing their own people, kith and kin, and that stress, and out of that financial crisis, everything will come together, take the people into a very, mental disaster. So for that purpose, the best thing is, a counseling session will be there. And along with that Dhara treatment, you might have experienced many times the Shirodhara treatment, wherein we will be pouring the oil or the decoction over the forehead in a very small streamline, so that they will be having very much relaxing type of a feeling, both body and mind. Whenever the mind is sound, our body will also be sound. So that is one technique. And there are some other treatment procedures like the enema treatment to give in cleansing therapy as well as a strength. So it gives us a very good strength. And even this enema therapy will be helpful in the neurological condition. Why neurological condition means after the post-COVID, even we see a lot of other complications like the cardiac or even neuromuscular and other things like the GIT, etc. No? So even I wanted to give one example of our own one of the patient, I think sir only treated that patient, like a patient of a doctor anesthetist who got the stroke after the COVID. So he came back to our hospital after all the initial treatment. So he was treated by our sir only and he was fine. So on such conditions, the enema treatment or even the nasal drop, the different kind of the different medications, the necessary administration of medicines, everything will be very good. So according to the complaint of the patient, according to the age of the patient, the treatment varies. So once they are here and we will listen to them carefully, so accordingly we will plan the treatment.
Thank you. Thank you. This is so informative, Dr. Meena. Dr. Shivkumar, I wanted to ask you one thing. There is a question from one of the viewers and they wanted to ask, like, can they have honey with, because we were speaking about honey. Yeah. So again, one more question, related question has come, that can honey be taken with hot water or it has to be mixed with the cold water only?
Actually, honey in a hot, this one we will not mix it. Even many of our medications, we use honey in all the lehas and all. But very clearly, acharyas have mentioned that, means our the ancient Ayurveda acharyas, they mentioned that whenever the whole thing, the decoction or whatever it is, after becoming cool, when they tell that is called, there's a specific name, patra paka, right, sir? So after the whole thing has become cool, then you add honey. So adding honey to any hot thing is not good.
So that normally morning में कहा भी जाता है for a good gut health, you should drink honey with lukewarm water or hot water. Is this correct?
Yeah. Just a minute. Yeah. I wanted to add some more point.
Yeah.
For using honey from Baidyanath, Dabur, right? Okay. Some of the companies, if you go to the mall, you will be getting from that company. That is very clear honey. You might have seen that, very clear, no dust, nothing, right? How they prepare that? It is not just by sieving it. First, they allow it to heat up to the temperature of 70 degrees. Okay. They boil it. That is at the temperature of 70 degrees Celsius. Suddenly, they cool it. Once they cool it, the wax which is associated with that honey when they're collecting will be floating on the surface. and they remove it, right? This is called as processed honey. Before you drink itself, it is already heated, right? The purpose of using honey are for many things. If it is for medication, the honey, the collection from the bees, not only it collects the honey, while it is collecting, it also collects some pollen grains. The pollen grains, also it is the saliva of the honeybee also will be associated with honey. This saliva as well as the pollen grains are having some amino acids which are actually needed for the medical management, right? If it is for the purpose of medicine, if it is for the purpose of medical management, then the honey should not be heated, right? What the madam has rightly asked, that is, can we use it with the lukewarm water? There is no point, if at all, if we are using the processing honey. If it is processed honey, it's already heated, nothing will happen. So whatever the honey you are using from the racks of the malls, it is processed honey. It is not for the medicine. It is only a sweetener. I told you earlier itself. We'll be adding this honey. It is as a sweetener, not as a medicine.
Okay.
So to have those good qualities of honey, we should use that honey which we procure
Raw
from
honey.
the people from
Raw
the
honey.
Okay.
Unprocessed.
and that which has the crystal kind of things. Okay.
Nandita,
Definitely make out. You can definitely make out the two things. The one processed is very clear. It looks like a oil, and its thickness is is very light. It's
And,
not very thick.
Even when you pour over a paper, a drop of honey, when you pour over a paper, the paper will not get wet in a pure honey.
No,
just
it is
paper.
processed and
Yeah,
unprocessed.
processed and
In unprocessed, it is dusky in color. It is dusky,
okay.
and it's not very clear. And you can see some white particles over that. So that is actually for medicine purpose. Many patients are asking us, sir, to reduce my weight, I'm using 3 spoons of honey, half a part of lemon with hot water, but I am not reducing weight. You will not reduce.
Okay. So
it is seriously the जो बातें इतनी ज़्यादा informative Sarlia ma'am ने भी हम लोगों को बताया, या नंदिता?
we are running out of time, but
Actually,
yes,
because
the whole thing
session is very
interesting.
interesting, but again we have time limitation.
So there's just one last question if you give us time. So there is one more question someone has asked, which is very, very nice. One of the viewer has asked, so we can take it up.
Okay.
This question is, as ma'am was talking about alkaline body and acidic body. So sir, is there some way, like what is the kind of food, because you have told so much about the different kind of diet and foods. So is that what kind of food we have to take to change that acidity, like Dr. Beena told us about the different treatments, therapies.
Acidic level जो है उसको वो balance कर
How
सके.
to change our body type alkaline with the help of food or the kind of lifestyle we follow every day?
The one thing is, whatever the type of food we take, maybe the cooked one, but we are already sir has mentioned, but that also depends upon the digestive power of you. That is very, very important. So whatever the type of food you take, for me it is congenial, it may not be congenial for the other person. So we have to understand that what is the good food for us. But normally we will have a type of dinner or whatever it is for everybody equally in the home. But if somebody, maybe the chana or the other things may not be good for one person, or aloo may not be good for the one person, so that you have to avoid. So whenever the digestion hampers, suddenly there is this media of alkalinity or the acidity will become a matter. So that's why always we should know about our digestive power and what type of food is good for us. So that's what I wanted to tell you once again. A same food in one family may not be good for other person in the same family. So that's why we should be more know about our own, the type of food what we want. So that is what.
I also want to add one more point for this
please.
particular discussion. There are actually 3 sources of energy in the food if you classify. One is fat, The second one is protein. The third one is carbohydrate. We Indians more of using carbohydrate as an energy source. Westerns, they use protein as their energy source. And the fat, actually in South Indians are less fat edible peoples. If you go to North, they are more of the fat peoples, fat as well as the carbohydrate as the source of their energy, right? So this carbohydrate and fat using peoples are always more towards alkalinity, and the protein at the end of metabolism of this protein foods, the uric acid secretion will be more, right? This is called as acidic nature or acidic media, right? If the pH is more than 7.5, then it is alkaline, and if it is below that, it is acidic. That is the rule, right? The thing is, I already told you about the exercise, how much you have to do. In the same way, the food, how much you have to eat. The eating is 1/3 of your capacity. If you are able to eat 2 rotis, eat only what is 750, that is 0.75, right? That is the quantum. The remaining part is, that is 1/3 again, is to be water. The remaining 1/3 is actually for the space. You need to keep it empty, right? We are not doing it. If it is yummy, yeah, we'll eat more, right? We will take it more. So this is what the eat very less quantity, less in the sense it is 1/3 of your capacity, the digestive capacity, right? What is the digestive capacity? Capacity is, once you eat the food, wait for 2 hours. After 2 hours also, you should not get any kind of the smell what you eaten.
So
We usually get the what is the belchings. The belching should not give that smell or the essence whatever you have taken. That is with after 2 hours. That is your capacity, right? You drink more water, 3 to 4 liters of water. If you are so immune and if your body is capable of tolerating even tap water, use it, right? Allow your body to fight with the enemies. Don't always try to make them more comfortable. You might have seen this in this pandemic. A lot of people died in America and Western peoples because their hygiene sometimes even it's not good, right? You have to expose yourself to that particular what is the pathogens so that the body will develop the immunity against the pathogens. That is the other part. Drink as much as possible the water, 3 to 4 liters. Sweat a lot. Sweat a lot is 30 to 45 minutes of brisk exercise. I am not advising you to do cycling. I don't advise you to go for jogging. Simple walking or simple yoga, which able to sweat you like Ardha Vyayama Shattitaha, Lalata Sweda and Taksha Shvedaha. That is the sweating in the forehead and in the axilla. That is your capacity. Do this. It will keep your body alkaline.
And one more
Okay.
thing.
Oh, nice. Very,
One
very
more
nice.
thing I wanted to tell you, because we often take food again and again. Like, no, when somebody is coming, again we take tea, and the person will go, and somebody else will be coming. Once again, we will be having, and our friends or some, like, no, we will not give us time to the complete digestion of our food. That is also more dangerous. That's a main 2 or 3 meals only: morning breakfast, afternoon, and night. So in between, if you want to take anything, take only a fruit or a juice or water, but not a other things like in between. Every time keep taking tea and other things are not good. So this will again keep our body acidic.
Okay. In spite of all these efforts, we will get diseases. That will be your next question probably.
No, and my question is also this: as you were speaking about, that about the food that we should eat, is it same for any body type, either you are vata type, pitta? Like, how about that? Because when we say about leaving the place for space, now someone who has lot of vata is high or pitta is high, so is it similar or we have to change it slightly?
That's what I clearly told you. The Ardha, that is capacity, should be 1/3 of your capacity. I am able to eat 6 rotis. I eat only 2. If you are
Okay.
able to eat 3 rotis, eat only 0.75.
Okay.
It differs from person to person. And that Vata Pitta Kapha, what is the nature, it is something different from this. Actually, if I am actually basically the Pitta and Vata Prakriti person, So if I consume more of the pitta causing factors, the food, then I may be prone for that particular diseases in future. If I eat more vata causing factors, that I may be prone for the diseases caused by vata. So in that way we consider, and while you are coming also, we may tailor the diet according to your body constitution as well as the disease manifestation that time.
Thank you, sir. It is like really very, very eye-opening. And the session is so interesting, and especially because I myself, I think we should continue for longer time. We should have one more session when you have time and we can speak in detail about rest of the things also. Because, you know, I think we have planned and we were supposed to talk only about COVID, and it has become a power-packed session on overall health, longevity.
There are so many things. There are so many things.
Like,
Definitely,
we are having
I
so many
also
questions.
want
People don't want us
the-
to end.
the
It's
session
just
was
surprisingly,
really
we are having more and more people
informative.
joining in.
Yeah. The session was really very informative and very interesting. Thank you so much, sir, ma'am. And I hope I request Nandataj and Javik Wellness कि very soon एक और session केवल सिर्फ कोविड के लिए नहीं, कुछ और टॉपिक्स को लेकर भी हम सब आपके साथ हम अरेंज करें. And thank you so much, sir, for all the information. And seriously, as Nandita said, a few things were really eye-opening. कि बहुत सारी चीजों के
Even
बारे
this,
में
you know,
हम
knowing your body's ability to.
yeah, exactly.
We would like
Again,
to
thank
add
you
you
so much.
to.
Yeah.
Sir can give a, you know, he was talking about still diseases. So you can give a closing note for everyone who is listening to us and who will also listen later on. And I know like Supriyata is also having actually her, she works on a very, very tight schedule. Like, so she has, I know, one more meeting. So if you want to have continue, so it's okay. And sir, you can please give us a closing note. And ma'am, you also like what message you want to give all of us.
My message is very simple. Shuchir Bhutaho, that is that maintain the cleanliness, right? And don't deviate your what is the food habits or your acharas, that is behaviors, cultures, as in the light of modernization. That is a very simple thing, so that we can maintain our health robust. That was my last.
Yeah, ma'am, please.
I wanted to tell about the 3 mantras, as I told you already. The one is alkalinity, and the second one is the humidity, and the another one is the 1 minute. Yeah, that is regarding. And the acidity of the body, or the positivity of the body. The one thing is the positivity is why means because we come across so many the different situations in our life, like the COVID pandemic and other things. So any such situation, positivity is very important. So especially caring of the elders in the home. So such kind of things. So with all these things, our body become alkaline. And another thing, directly alkalinity. So by using the food habits and other things. And one more is the humility. The humility is the humbleness. The humbleness, or the what you can call the caring, the giving, all those things. So, and the code of conduct. So which is very well mentioned in Ayurveda, that is the Sadvrata. So we should be truthful, honest, and with all these things, once again, we are making our body alkaline, so that our immunity will improve, our oxygenation to the tissues will improve, and we will go back to the Mother Earth. And definitely the Mother Earth will take care of us. And being an Ayurveda physician, I'm very much proud to say that at least I could able to understand, and at least to my vicinity, whoever is there, my friends, my patients, I can reach them more and more in this thing. And thank you very much for the organizers. Nandita, I know her very well. And thank you very much for all the people who are here to listening to our talk here today. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much,
so
Dr.
much.
Thank you.
It's been really,
Thank you so
really
much, sir. Thank you so
nice
much,
to
ma'am.
have you. And as Dr. Beena said, so thank you so much. I can understand you people are so busy. I know your schedules and I know how hectic it is for you, and still you have taken out the time and given us so much of time. But we are hungry for more, though Dr.
Yeah,
said
definitely, we are there to
Yes,
supplement.
yes.
we should only eat, but not just us, as you said, to come out of these WhatsApp universities and Facebook universities and so many myths which has been created. We need to have people like you to burst the myths, to give us guidance and clarity what is needed. So we would definitely be in touch with the hospital and with you people to some more time, and with deep sense of gratitude. Thank you so much, sir, and thank you so much, ma'am. Really, really grateful. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nandita.
Yes, so now, as we all are aware that it has been such a beautiful and powerful session, despite we have seen, we started with so much of hindrance from the technology, we had so much of obstacle, but how things have started coming and flow started coming. That is the same way life moves on. That is the same way when we are trying to do the right thing. So maybe when you will start following these practices initially, you might find some small hitches, you might find some teething trouble, you might feel like, okay, it's not suiting me, I'm not feeling comfortable. But remember, to have that long lasting flow and have that long lasting smooth operation of your life, you must follow these things patiently. And as Dr. Beena also likely, she pointed out, the things which was not only physical, it was more mental. It was about humility. It was about positivity, which also shows that how balanced and holistic is the approach of Ayurveda, which has been, when we go to US and all those latest researches in the institute, and they all speak about the impact of emotions on our health, impact of emotions and our thoughts on our feelings, on our physical body, how we take diseases and how our body heals it. So now, keeping it as a clue till the time we meet them again, I want all of you to practice complete Shuchita, not just of your food, not just of your lifestyle, but also what you think, what you feel. So yes, as Dr. Shipra has told, Shuchita is all we need in life, but not just in form of washing or using a sanitizer. We have to sanitize our internal body by reducing the acidity, or rather balancing the internal metabolic balance. We have to bring that balance in our thought process, to bringing down emotions, stress, which increase acidity, and keep it more calmer. So with this ending point, I would like to thank all of you to be a part of this beautiful discussion, and with deep sense of thank you to even to Dr. Shiv Prasad and Dr. Beena. I am really, really thankful to JSS Ayurveda Medical College and Hospital for being so nice and kind to to share their two most prominent doctors and their time with us, to let people be aware. So when this opportunity is there, I want all of you to listen to these talks. I know so many of you want to go with it. And by the time we will see you back again. Thank you, doctors. Thank you, everyone. Really grateful to have you all.